All right, so today is the 12th of September. It's World Mindfulness Day. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about mindfulness, what it is. If you don't already know, I'm sure most people who are watching this already practice some kind of mindfulness practice, like meditation or just even simple breathing exercises. But mindfulness basically is all about being here right now, with your attention focused on what you're doing in this moment. Because most of the time we're going around, we're thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow, or we're worrying about something that's happened in the past, or we're just kind of concerned about something else. We're looking at our phones, we're thinking about last night's TV, we're thinking about what to have for dinner. So we're either worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, or we're still immersed in something that happened previously, or we're somewhere else entirely, lost in EastEnders or whatever soap opera we're watching. But mindfulness asks us to be present right now in whatever we're doing. So if, for example, we're having a conversation, it's to really focus on what the other person is saying. If we're having an experience, if we're going for a walk down the lane to the post box, whatever it is, just be there, to listen to the birds singing, to feel the crunch of the gravel under our feet. When we're having our dinner, to really taste our food, to chew our food, enjoy the texture, enjoy the flavors. When we're in the company of other people, to really be there and to enjoy the experience. And what this requires in order to do all this kind of stuff is to let go of all of those things that are distracting us from being right here, because right here is where life is. This is where living happens, and this is the only place where we can actually do anything or be anything, because tomorrow hasn't happened yet, yesterday's already gone. So right here is where we need to focus our attention. And so what we need to do is figure out ways to let go, and letting go is incredibly powerful. Because when you start to practice the whole art of letting go, then you can let go of those things that are distracting you. Because sometimes the things that you're holding on to are actually holding on to you. So those wants, those desires, those wishes that you were better, slimmer, taller, wealthier, when you can let go of that and just be present, then it's incredibly powerful. And it's very hard to say what letting go is, but you know how I'm always going on about breathing and meditation? Well, a good example of letting go is when you breathe out. So you take a big deep breath in meditation, take a big deep breath in, and you really focus on how it feels as your body expands and tenses up. So you take a big deep breath in, and you feel that expansion, and everything becomes tense and tight and big. And then you release it, you breathe out. And as you breathe out, everything relaxes. And as you become more focused on your breathing and relaxing as you release, that is letting go. And when you hold on to that feeling, you can use that to remind yourself. So when you say to myself, I'm going to let go of this thing that's holding on to me, I really wish I hadn't done that thing yesterday. You need to let go of that feeling and just recall what that sensation was like to breathe out, because that is letting go. That sensation when you breathe out, that's what forgiveness feels like. That's what letting go of a sense of lack and dissatisfaction feels like. That's what grounding yourself feels like. And that's what being mindful and bringing yourself back to this present moment and focusing your attention on the thing that you want to be focusing on, whether it's you're making a cup of tea, like in the Japanese tea ceremony. Half of the time we boil the kettle, we make the tea, we pop the tea bag in, but we're thinking about something else up here. It's like, oh God, have I got enough to pay the bills this month? Have I ironed my shirts for next week? Have I, whatever it is that I need to be worrying about? Oh God, so-and-so hasn't texted me back. Are they angry at me about something? But when we're present and when we can use that letting go, just let go of those thoughts. Just take a moment, take a big deep breath in, breathe out, and just hold on to the sensation, what that feels like. And use that to remind ourselves to be present here in the thing we're doing, in the act of making that cup of tea, of making it as best we can, and then really enjoying the flavors. You know, when you have a really good cup of tea and you could just drink cup after cup because it's thirst quenching and it's just hot enough that you can gulp it down, but it's not so hot that it's going to burn you. And when you taste a meal, a really good meal, and you really savor it, you've been out exercising all day, you've been on a long trek, a hike somewhere, and you come down and you have a really good hearty meal, or you sit down with someone for an amazing conversation. To be present is a gift that you can give to yourself and a gift that you can give to other people. To be present, to focus your attention on where you are now, the thing you're doing, even if you're doing nothing at all, to focus on it with intent and give it your full attention, and to be mindful is a powerful and authentic thing to do. That's what living is. You're present in life. You're not worrying about why is life so unfair. You're not worrying about, have I got enough to pay the bills? Should I phone that person back? Have I, done everything I need to do? But to be present is where you do all those things. You're not worrying about, should I have done them? Because when you're present, you do what you need to do. You live life. You engage in the actions that you're passionate about and that are meaningful, and you give it your full attention. And that is on World Mindfulness Day. That's my little thought about letting go. And letting go is going to be a recurring theme for me because it's incredibly powerful. When you feel angry about something or pissed off and you want to prove that you're right, but proving you're right is probably the worst outcome as opposed to keeping peace. Let it go. When you're holding on to some pain, some regret, someone's done you a disservice and it's burning you inside, let it go. Letting go is one of the most powerful tools in your toolkit. And when you can learn to let go of all that stuff that is poisoning you, that's in the back of your mind, that is stopping you from being better today, better tomorrow, and working towards your potential, let go of that and the sky's the limit. You can go anywhere, you can be anywhere, and you can feel all the joy and happiness that life has to offer. All right, so there's a thought for World Mindfulness Day, power of letting go. Take a big deep breath in and then let it out. Feels good, right? All right, cheers, bye.